Let me talk my shit, man. Hey, listen, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. You know what I was doing earlier? I was editing videos. I was recording and editing. No, I wasn't recording. Sorry, I was editing the first video I ever recorded, and I was thinking, oh gosh, I was thinking what? I was thinking there's no way, because I can't lie. I watched all my initial videos back, and you know when you watch your own shit back, you find yourself so funny, like at the first moment. But I had to look at I had to look at a video with a straight face and think, let me think, let me enable. What? That's not a word. Let me embody. No, exemplify. Let me act like an external view. Let me act like someone else right now. Let me see if this video is really entertaining, and is it really bringing me, or is it really engaging or really interesting? And I sat there with a straight face and I was thinking, oh, it's none of those things. I'm like, the energy ain't there. I wasn't really bringing it to the camera. But you know what? I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt. I'll give myself. I'll give myself. I was gonna say give myself the day off. I swear, things just come to my head and it doesn't like. It feels like it fits, but it doesn't fit the actual sentence that I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, give myself the day off. What? Like, cut myself some slack. There's the better phrase, right? I'm gonna cut myself some slack because that was days 1 and 2 of keto, and I was drained. I had no energy. So that's a true reflection of how I felt at that time. Do you know what I mean? Right now, I'm feeling a bit more, feeling like I can give more because I have more. Do you know what I mean? But even still, even flipping the orientation of his camera made a huge difference. Like the way you're gonna see the progression of the videos as the videos come out, because these videos are gonna be up, like actually published like 2 weeks after they've actually been recorded, and that's not intentional. It's just that I wanted to record some vids. I wanted to get used to recording some content, and then it's gotten to the point where there's no point in me continuing to record content and having a streak of recording videos every day if I'm not gonna start posting them, because then the whole series is just gonna be like out of schedule. Like, you lot are gonna see these videos a month after I've already recorded them, and it's kind of like you can't really engage with me or nothing like that, right? You're not really on the journey with me. I'm not really taking on a journey because it's already happened. You might respond saying, "Oh, what about this?" and asking me questions, and I'm gonna say, "Oh well, mate, it's too late. I'm already off the diet. The diet is done. The diet is done." You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you said, it's irrelevant. That doesn't mean. But listen, I'm gonna try and finish them off tomorrow. But you know what it is? You know when you first start something, the thing is with me, right? I'll start something, and I'll think I will underestimate the time that it will take for me to do something. And I did this when I first started work. I used to get asked by my delivery lead, like, how quickly do you think you can get this done? And me having done a little AI research, like, yeah, by the end of the day. By the end of the day, listen, it's always more complex than you seem, and you always want to give yourself more time than you need. What I mean by that is you want to under promise and over deliver. It's all about the perception, right? If you under promise and over deliver, people will be like, wow, this guy is really something. This guy has exceeded all expectations, because you're the one that set the expectation. You set the expectation low, and you blow past it, you're gonna blow everyone away. But if you set the expectation high and you miss it, everyone's gonna be disappointed. Everyone's gonna think, oh, I at least expected that he would say that. I at least expected that he would do as he said he would. And now your credibility is undermined. So under promise and over deliver, right? But me, I have a tendency to just think the world's like life's easy and I'll get it done ASAP because I'm a Superman. So I don't know, I'm delusional? No. It's more that I really just actually believe that. And then I just don't realize the complexity of the different things that I'm dealing with, and the hidden factors and things. I don't know about the things that I don't know. Do you understand? So it's like you have to account for that as well in your calculation of how long that will it take me to actually do a certain thing, right? And I think I came across this idea of um we no, I don't think that idea actually applies. Um Actually, there was this one person that just said, listen, whatever you expect something to take, just add another like 10-20% to that, even more, something along those lines, because we're never actually accurate in our predictions in that sense. We always tend to overestimate. So you have to no you, we always tend to underestimate. So if you want to overestimate, you have to overestimate and then overestimate again to actually be realistic with what you can achieve. And so I struggle to do that. And especially when you're starting something new, you assume that you're only going to need to do this and that. But if you're using anything new that and you're using a software, for example, I'm using an editing software, it seems quite intuitive to use, but there's all these little quirks which make it a bit more difficult. And then I just end up playing with a few buttons and seeing what different things do, and it's like none of this actually matters. This is not, it's like you kind of diverge and see all the different ways that you could do something, and you always had the idea of how you would do it, but then you got distracted by all the options. It's the curse of optionality, that it's an idea when you have too many options, you struggle for choice. So you have to limit the two because there's just too much things to consider. But you know like how you want to do something. So listen, you have to go ahead and be the one to say, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want this. More time, life is about cutting things out which you don't need. Like life is about cutting out the things which don't benefit you, right? It's less about adding but more about removing, because we get all of this influx of spam, email, this, that. Everyone wants our attention. Everyone's fighting for it. We gotta cut everything down and to focus on the most important parts. And if we get good at that ability, then listen, the result, your peace of mind will speak for yourself. Will speak for itself. Sorry, your peace of mind will speak for itself. Once you get good at being able to chop away the things which don't really matter and focus on the things which do, your peace of mind will speak for itself. Your clarity and your focus and your attention, they'll all speak for themselves. But tangent, this is not what I wanted to talk about in the video. I just, you know me, man, you know me, like shit, keto. This is a keto series, and so what it is that, yeah, man, keto's going all right. But you know what, today I really questioned my decisions, because I don't understand why I would. No, I do understand why, and now it doesn't really make sense, right? Because I'm doing a regime where I'm going to the gym and I'm pushing myself to failure on each set. I'm doing totally less sets, but doing till failure on each set. And I remember when I said that when I'm doing that, I'm actually doing more volume than I would normally. And combine this with the fact that I'm in a calorie deficit, I'm on keto, and I'm fasting. It's a recipe for disaster. Not really a disaster, dehydration. When I was in the gym this morning, I was feeling a bit lightheaded. I'm walking around, my throat's dry. I'm like, why did I think this was a good idea? Well, you know what? It kind of makes sense if I'm not fasting, because then at least I can have the hydration, I can have the water, I can have the salt. At least I know I'm good on that front, because the whole point of this sort of push to failure is to ensure that I don't lose muscle and to maybe also gain strength. But if I'm dehydrated, I have to think about the repercussions of that. if I dehydrate myself early on in the day when I have my workout, then my whole day is finished. And it's better I do a lighter workout and feel better for the rest of the day so I can be more productive. So I don't know if I'm gonna continue. I don't know if I'm gonna continue. I don't think it's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea. But to be fair, as the day went on, like when I got back from the gym, let's say like halfway through the workout, I was chilling. No, sorry. Halfway through the workout, I was struggling, and then halfway through, it kind of got a little bit better. But I'll have to admit, I'm not actually pushing myself all the way to failure. Like I might think I do, I might trick myself into believing so, but I know in my heart that I'm not pushing myself to failure. I don't think I even have it in me to push it into. I don't think I have the actual energy required to fully push till failure. Right? I really try to go my hardest, but it's something that I'm gonna have to get used to because it's not a training approach that I normally take. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask my board of counselors what my ideal workout is given my new diet. Should I expand? Listen, the board of counselors, this is a project that I've been working on, and I'm not gonna lie, I still need to debug it. I'm saying I still need to debug it. I basically finished it last week and I haven't touched it since, but when I looked at it, there was a few bugs and there was a few things which needed to be changed, but I haven't even explained to you what it is. Listen, the board of counselors, let me chat to them. The board of counselors is an AI agent project. An AI agent project. I don't know why no, just erase that from your memory. I'm chatting. It's none of that. Listen, what it is my board of counselors is essentially, let me tell you how it's set out. I have a Telegram group chat. I submit a query into that group chat. So if I have a question, I ask it into the GC. I put it into the GC and I'm like, right? So let's say, I don't know, I just transitioned from a balanced diet to keto, and I felt dehydrated this morning when pushing till failure. What do you recommend my ideal workout plan is? And what will happen is that message will get sent to 3 agents. One agent acts as an expert neuroscientist. Another agent acts as an expert physiologist. Another agent acts as an expert psychologist. And I essentially built up a system such that they have a conversation, right? And I can choose how many rounds it goes. So each agent will say something, and then each agent will build upon the other agent's responses. That will count as a second round, and then a third round if they build up on the whole conversation entirely. So each iteration, they build up of one another's responses and maybe challenge each other's responses, build on top of it, and each of their responses, they're each a member of the GC. So I'm literally seeing this conversation in real time between the agents. And what's special about these agents is that they have access to my entire context. So I have a few documents, right? I have all my context in a series of Google documents. I have a series of static Google documents which outlines all of my regimes, my protocols, my diet, my exercise workouts, my skincare routine. And then I have some dynamic documents, which is then updated based on my query. So let's say I'm saying, I'm feeling really dehydrated today, this, that, and the other, because this happened and this happened. It will update that document for me. And then all of the agents will have access to the updated document and all the other documents that remain the same more or less throughout my life, I guess. No, throughout the time that I've actually had those sort of protocols, because I basically do the same thing day in, day out, right? Like my sleep, it's a schedule thing, my diet, everyone gets onto me because I eat the same thing all the time. Is that a bad thing? Tell me, is that so terrible? Listen, if my diet is balanced, if my diet is diverse but consistent, is that a problem? Because listen, my gut microbiome is probably more diverse than yours. Yeah, how about that? How about that? My microbiome is probably more diverse than yours, and I eat the same thing every day. But the thing is, I eat a range of things every day. And guys want to get onto me because of that. You probably just have the same this and that, but you switch it up every now and then. But there's no new real nutrition in there. Don't want to hear none of that. But anyways, that's all the people that keep getting onto me. But nah, I'm playing. I'm acting like I'm hurt. I'm acting like I'm acting like that. That really hit my playing my heartstrings, man. But listen, I'm not gonna lie to the guys, right? I'm not gonna lie to the guys. I just saw my previous videos, my first few videos, and because of how low energy there was, I'm trying to give more energy than I normally would, and I feel like this is fake. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's day 11, and I'm already a bit confused. This is making me rethink who I meant to be, who I'm meant to be for you guys. Oh man, it's gotten to that level already. It wasn't meant to be that. It was just meant to be a casual sit down convo. But then I realized, like, if I'm really gonna be here and really be talking and trying to speak to you guys on a level, I gotta bring some sort of energy. But I feel like when I bring this sort of energy, my brain the thoughts become less coherent in a sense, where when I was going on tangents in my previous videos, it was coming, I was flowing, and I was just chilling. But now I feel like I have to push this narrative and be unnatural in a way where I'm just a lot. I'm just wanna because maybe that's engaging. But I haven't even looked back at the previous videos before this to actually make a judgment of whether that is or not. But I definitely know what isn't. So I think this is probably the best bet for now. But I still want to talk about something substantial, right? And so the thing, what was I even? Tangent. Listen, tangent. Just tangents on tangents. My brand is ruined already. My brand is ruined already. I just wanted to keep it real with you guys, and I failed you. Damn. I'm gonna have to rethink everything. But as I was saying, I'm gonna go talk to my board of counselors, right? These agents that have access to my entire context and update it with every question I have. I'm gonna go to them and see what they say, and then I'll get back to you. But that's only if I manage to edit all the videos that I need to do tomorrow, because that's the main priority. But I mean, I can still, like, the product does work, like, it is functional. It just needs to be refactored, optimized, you would say. True engineer speak, because I am an engineer by trade. But you know what? Give me a chance to go and study consciousness with world experts. You're not hearing from me again. No, you will hear from me again. You'll hear from me even more, with even more interesting things to say. You know? I mean, shit. Can you make money doing that? I don't know if you can make money doing that. That might be the only problem. How am I really gonna make some bread? You guys, we gotta come to some sort of. I'm gonna sell you guys some things. You know, like I can. That product right there. You know, you trying to chat to me? You know, see the use cases for that. Plenty of use cases. You could change the agent description to be an expert in anything, right? And then you can literally upload whatever context you want. Let's say you're starting a business, or you just started a business. You could have all of these different advisors talk between themselves and give you the best decision to make based on your life, your context as it is right then and there. Do you understand? And this can work for anything. Social media. I'm not here to tell it to you, but I can see the vision, right? And you can see the vision as well. Oh shit. What am I trying to sell to? I'm trying to sell a product that I even packaged up and made useful to. I'm jumping the gun a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm jumping the gun a little bit here. But you know what? This is real. This is raw, because you're just gonna see the different ways that can bring energy to this sort of narrative. The cohesive sentence. You know, sometimes you just want to say words that kind of sound big, but then they kind of fall flat. You know when you say words, but the words aren't really doing a whole lot. This is what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now. I'm like, guys, I'm about to take a break from YouTube. I'm about to take a break on YouTube for real. It's getting to my head already. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. But keto, the first half of the workout, I was cool. No, I was struggling. The second half, it got a little bit better. And then when I went home, somewhat tired, did what I had to do, made some food for the week, and then started working, and I was completely fine. So I can't really complain in that sense. And I don't know how it works. I was slightly dehydrated towards the start of the day, but as the day sort of went on, maybe that feeling sort of stabilized. I'm not sure the mechanics behind that, but hopefully that means that, I don't know what that means. Maybe I need to drink some more water. I'm clearly my brain's still no, you know what? My brain's just fried from staring at a screen all day and trying to learn something new. That's it. Like, I've just been I'm looking at too much information, and my information overload. My brain is it's on fire right now. I need to take a break, and this is kind of like putting a lighting a match to the flames. Would you say? No, I was gonna say extinguishing the flames or putting a fire extinguisher to the flames, but that's extinguishing the flames. What I mean is it's adding fuel to the fire, and the fire's been burning for long enough. So that's when you start to get the adverse effects. You start to get the smoke and this and that and the other, and it's not good, man. It's not good. Yeah, this is a very disjointed episode. This is what happens after a very long day, but hopefully tomorrow is better. I spent all day doing one thing, so tomorrow should be a lot better, because that immersion is what enables that immersion is what allows for the most effective sort of learning. And when you immerse yourself in a topic for an extended period of time, that is how you learn the most effectively, because everything is to do with that. It's like when you enter a flow state, you're in deep focus. Everything is 10 times more productive, 10 times more accelerated, because you're just focused on that one thing. It's the same thing with when you're immersed in something. Everything is to do with that one thing, so you can make a lot of relations and you can build up connections, and it's about that repetition throughout the day. So hopefully tomorrow it's a bit better, and I can get through a lot quicker, and I can actually sit down and record this video without any time pressure, and I'm with a clearer head. But all in all, keto is going smooth. It's going smooth. Can't complain. Do you probably need to drink a little bit more salt and a bit more water tonight, so that tomorrow in the gym I don't face the same thing, and then also rethink my exercise regime, because it's probably not suited to the different things that I'm doing right now. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you guys are not overloading yourselves with a lot to do as I am. What's one thing you've worked today? What's one thing that you worked on today? No, I don't care what you worked on today. You could have worked on anything today. What's one thing that you're excited on? What's one thing that you're excited to work about? Oh, this was not smooth. This was not smooth. Oh gosh, I've lost the plot, man. Somebody help me.